All right, I think we are live now, and welcome once again everyone who is here with us in Zoom and who is here with us in YouTube and LinkedIn, who is watching us live. So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Kate. I'm the managing partner at InnMind, and today I'm super excited to host this session, which is a reflection of our 2.5 months journey within InnMind Accelerate program with amazing 6 startups building amazing stuff in Web3. So we've been through a very tough journey with all of them, and I'm super excited to see what they have to show us today. And for that, as always, let's start with the brief introductions from our VCs. Just, your current investment focus, what you're looking at. So we are aligned and on the same page before these startups start pitching. So let us start with Mona from Tokentus for a brief introduction, please, on your investment focus right now.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Mona. I work for a fund called Tokentus. We are a publicly listed venture capital fund on the German stock exchange, and we focus primarily on financial services, Web3 infra, which is a little bit ambiguous, I know. So it basically means what we don't do is anything related to gaming, NFTs, DAOs, or let's say entertainment, because we focus more on the banking infrastructure stuff, because we're backed by a lot of the German banking network. Therefore, we try to be more of a strategic investor for our portfolio, pre-seed to Series A. Thank you.
Awesome, Mona. Thanks a lot. I'm sure you'll find great startups from today to take a look at. Thank you so much. Moving on, wanted to pass the mic to Sasha, representing Paper Ventures, also for a brief introduction, please. Sasha, you're with us. Do you hear us? Okay, maybe some connection troubles. Okay. Then, since Sasha is sorting out the connection, let us move to Ton Foundation. Eugene, if you can also give us a brief introduction on the Ton ecosystem right now, that would be awesome.
Hello, everyone. It's great to represent the Ton Foundation right now. So we basically have lots of updates of how we provide the support for the project, starting for the grants, the events all around the world, the Ton Accelerator as well. We have a Ton ecosystem fund called Toncoin Fund, which more than 200 millions under management. So yeah, we'd love to see more projects and would love to basically to see more opportunities.
Awesome, Eugene.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you for being with us. Awesome. Next, I wanted to pass the mic to Clement from Infinity Ventures. So Clement, good to see you back. And yeah, also a brief intro, please.
For sure. Thank you so much. So I'm from IVC. My name is Clement. And basically, we are a Web3 fund started out from Japan. Having invested in one of our first earliest investment is Fujiji. They give us a pretty much a competitive edge on the whole GameFi ecosystem. And then now we're sort of leaning on that narrative, looking into the Web3 entertainment scope more and more. So what it means is like we invested into some of the K-pop related Web3 projects or social-fi projects and GameFi projects. But we're also very actively looking into infrastructure deals nowadays as well. Thank you.
Awesome, Clement. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you for being with us. Perfect. Moving on, wanted to give a word to Chris from Transcend Labs, also for a brief introduction, please.
Hey everyone, great to be here. Thank you for the invitation, InnMind. Great to be with the projects from the last cohort. I'm the managing partner of Transcend Labs. We're an early stage Web3 VC and investment firm. We're industry agnostic with a focus on infrastructure, and we work closely with our portfolio companies for our venture building labs. When we're launching a fund in partnership with Contango, focused on AI and blockchain. So we're very much focused right now on how the adoption of AI and blockchain technology will come together.
Awesome. Awesome, Chris. Yeah, thanks a lot for being with us today. Perfect. Moving on, wanted to pass the mic to Max from Master Ventures.
Hi everyone, I'm Max. I'm part of Master Ventures. Master Ventures is a early stage venture studio. So what we do is we either create innovative blockchain products and we bring them to market, or we support early stage founders like many of you guys here and help them bring their products and visions to market. Basically, we're pretty agnostic when it comes to our investments and our thesis. We're always generally looking for something that actually solves a real problem, something that can actually be used by users, and that is not necessarily the superficial addition to the ever existing DeFi ecosystem. So we're looking to bring actual products into the people's hands, and yeah, that's why we're here.
Awesome. Awesome, Max. Thanks a lot. And yeah, always a pleasure to have Master Ventures with us on the sessions. Thank you. Perfect. Wanted to give a word to Sumit from Blockshift Capital, also for a brief introduction.
Hey, hi, myself Sumit. I'm from Blockshift Capital. We earlier were a liquid fund, still we are, but we mostly started in early stage rounds where Web3 and AI is a combination. And sometimes if we find that the gamings are really sticky, then we go into GameFi as well. But it's very, very thorough due diligence in gaming. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Sumit. Yeah, a pleasure to have you. Awesome. Just a check on Sasha from Paper Ventures. Sasha, are you with us? Okay. Maybe not the right time to speak for Sasha, but I'm sure he's with us online. Awesome. I suggest that we still have a couple of VCs who are going to be joining us a bit late, but let us get started with the most exciting part of today. So I wanted to give the first pitch to Marsbase. So I think, Nick, you're the one who is going to open and rock it from the beginning.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. It's a pleasure to be the first. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Guys, remember you have 5 minutes. So unfortunately, I'll have to make a hard stop at some point. So to be a fair game for everyone. So yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Nick. I'm co-founder and CCO of Marsbase. I'll just share you the slides. And yeah, I think we could start. Do you feel the bullish vibes already? Because we do. So we building the aggregator of OTC markets in Marsbase, and the major problem on these markets that they are really fragmented. There's a lot of players. They don't have solid deal flows. There's a lot of risks. It takes a lot of time. So it's kind of a painful process for every party involved. That's why we wanted to solve all this problem by providing this, solution that works for everybody, that verify every offer, that provides aggregation of all the participants, that plays in one place, like one window shop. And we already launched it. We're working with a variety of different markets, with the equities, allocations, M&As, with primary markets, private markets, and we opened the gates for the fractional deals that in fact allows such deals for retail investors. And I would say that we made quite a lot of deals already. And the major idea, because it's like infrastructural product, is to be the hands-on tool for everybody, and to automate it as much as we could to make it scalable. Because there's no tools yet. And our revenue is already existing, it's growing, and this picture is based on our B2B model, when we charge up to 5%, and our plan to generate more than 30 million of profits in next year. All these markets looks more than just promising. It's like 1 trillion markets in the next 3 to 5 years. We just started this year from February and made quite a lot of impact already. We're already the biggest aggregator. We're already working with all the major players, all the OTC brokers, etc., etc. So we aggregate all the offerings in one place. We have the solid workflow, all the necessary steps of verification. We provide only legal deals. And we already working with a huge number of tier 1 projects like Layer 0, Fuels, let's say, etc. Yeah, that helps us, to be sure that everything's clear. And coming to the numbers, so we build it all as a B2B to C business. So we have signed a lot of partnerships that help us to attract this audience. We moderated and posted more than 400 deals with total worth of 1 billion plus. And we covered by ourselves 40 plus deals and generate more than 500 profits and shared with them. So our net profit is like 300K and it's growing. And what else? Besides just the deals, the segregation, placement, verification, etc. Yeah, so we already managed to launch the web version. We lately, a couple of weeks ago, launched the fractional deal solution as I managed, and it helps us to attract more audience and to generate more revenue because we charge more higher rates of the commissions. We also expand into the M&As and for the private markets. We already completed several deals, and there will be more tools and solutions and dashboards coming to the automatization and scaling this product further. Also, we work on the case of legal compliance, etc. We build in our structure in MENA region and after that in Asia. So a couple of words about our team. Me myself, I'm working 13 years in IT startups and last 6 years full-time in crypto, and I started my journey exactly in OTC. So I made quite a lot of deals, I would say, and I built this from total scratch, all the commercial side of our business. Our CEO, Dennis, he is a serial entrepreneur and successfully launched 3 products before in crypto and exit them. That's why this project was originally self-funded. And our CTO, Revel, he's a real genius. I could relate on that because I worked in like a huge number of IT startups. So really, this guy knows how to build. And lately, we attracted some well-known guys as advisories, Master Blocks, maybe you know them. They have a huge network of tier 1 connections. So the better comparison of Marsbase is like equity platforms like EquityZen and Carta, but they don't have Web3 solutions and so much services. And if you could compare us with the brokers like Second Lane, Acquirefine, and others in Web3, we don't compete with them. They're our partners and liquidity providers, yeah, because we aggregate and put it on our marketplace. And I would say for the project that already generates and in profits it with our revenue and burn rate, we have kind of really low valuation. It's just 15 million. And in our plan for the Q1, our plan is to generate 100K plus stable revenues in this range. Yeah. So we will raise the valuation for the 30 million. So right now we have this kind of unique opportunity to be investing in this like 15 million valuation. We sell an equity 10%. It is 1.5 million. And we already raised 500,000, 1 million still left. We give you warrant for free as a bonus. And there's a lot of things going besides just this business. I will be happy to answer your questions, guys.
Nick, thank you so much. Perfect timing. Really appreciate it. So now the Q&A time. So any questions to Marsbase, please?
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. It was great and really good traction. I was on a demo day, I think, a year ago with Marsbase, and it's great to see the progress they've made. And I'm sure InnMind's been a big part of that. I'm curious if you could break down what your competitive advantage is and what are some of the challenges you're facing right now.
Oh, thank you for this question. Perfect. So one slide ago, I was talking about competitors. Yeah, really on case of aggregation, there's no competitors. Yeah, because there are some brokers. Yeah, there are agents, OTC desks, etc. But we in fact don't compete with them. Yeah, we aggregate, we help each other. So we're partners. Yeah. So nobody does aggregation yet, and nobody's provide the platform where you can find all the offerings in one place, and all these offerings are verified, etc. Because I would say working with other brokers is a very painful process. We work with everybody practically. Yeah, we work with all the major guys. We already filtered all the unprofessional players, all this scam, etc., deal flows, etc., and we build up the solution that helps practically everybody to be sure that it is legit. Everything's clear. We can provide every necessary information, and the offer that already gone through our moderation and posted, they are 100% clear and legitimate, and the deal can be closed fast, just in one day if it's posted. Yeah, and it's the major impact that we made already. Further, there will be more because all the services around, all the markets around, all the affiliate and program based on the terms and conditions, on the promotion services, on the tiering and access to the deals, etc. That builds up the new layer of relations with everybody, with projects, with investors, with brokers. We can give everybody the services that they need, and the best possible terms that they have, because right now we're already in like 90% of the cases, we have best prices, we have best flow, and we have best delivery rate. Just even right now. Further, there will be interfaces, dashboards that will help to automate that, to make it even more scalable. Because right now it's like manually job in most cases. We need to spend more time, to manage this. Further, we will to automate it and make this tool available to attract institutional money, because that is where the big game begins. It's not just, how it is in Web 2. Secondaries is 10 times bigger than primary markets. In Web 3, we have the opposite. Secondaries are 20 times smaller than primaries. So we're going to change it, and we're going to provide the solution for the whole industry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Nick. Any other questions? Okay. Let's allow a couple of seconds to digest, but it seems that, Nick, you were really straight to the point, and I'm sure the rest will come in private.
I have a follow-up question, if no one else is
Sure,
going.
Chris, go ahead.
Really interested. I see there's a huge market opportunity with attracting institutional money. That's potentially what's going to take the next bull run to really greater heights than ever before. And I'm curious if you have a strategy or have thought through how to make Marsbase an attractive offer for institutional capital.
We already so I would say the major point about how do we do our business, how we build the strategy, we base our all further steps on real discovering, on the real experience, working with the real requests of coming from our clients. Even the solutions that we made, the interfaces, the services, the fractional, etc. It all comes from our clients. So coming to your question, we already spoke with a number of venture capital, like institutional guys, big ones. And the only thing that they're waiting from us is our legal architecture done and licenses done, etc. Because coming to our solution, we already looks good for them. It's just a matter of time when we complete the licenses, etc. So this opportunity in exact today's moment of history of Web3 space is rather unique, because we are the first and we already captured this flag, and we're going to show everybody how to play this game. Really, we will be teacher in this classroom.
Thank you again for a great answer.
Thank you, Chris. Awesome. Nick, expect a lot in private. I'm sure it will come. Thank you so much for the pitch and for the opening. Awesome. Before moving on, I see that Yavin just joined us from Cointelligence Fund. So good to see you with us. And if you want to give us a brief introduction, that would be awesome.
Sure. Sorry for being so late. I had another call I had to wrap up, and it just wouldn't finish. So thank you for the invitation. Hi, everyone. I'm Yavin. I'm the founder and managing partner at Cointelligence Fund, a crypto VC fund completely focused on the metaverse and blockchain-based games. And I'm also the co-founder and head of business at Syndica, the first ever Web3 and AI syndicate, a syndication of professional experts. That's about me in a nutshell, and obviously happy to be here and listen to the pitches.
Thank you so much, always a pleasure having you with us on the sessions. Thank you. Perfect. So we're moving on to the second startup. Ruslan, the floor is all yours with Wad Labs.
Hello. Can you see my screen?
Yes, all great to go.
My name is Ruslan. I'm CEO of Wad Labs, a Swiss startup building asset tokenization tools with a focus on liquidity management. Some analysts say that liquidity is the next scarcity in the financial world, and we envision that in the next cycle, community would be more interested in something more intelligent than just liquidity pools. And for example, fair pricing of small players' liquidity will generate good customers' lead. Let me start with noticeable and painful problem, deposit franchise. And we believe it's a great point for tokenization of real-world assets. Demand deposit, for simplicity, is a cash available to customer on the next day. And as you can see, the rates for clients are completely dislocated. And why would people still use demand deposits? We think that people just need liquid, risk-free assets, even if they pay zero interest rate, because margin call usually is much costlier. On the other hand, customers would be happier to get fair interest on their assets. We start as B2B2C in order to cooperate with banks and tap TradeFi money and make bank customers happy. Why would banks listen to external suggestions? Many reasons, just two of them, because banks face serious challenges like outdated infrastructure, which is not ready for tokenization. And usually they don't have resources or motivation for experiments with right design. Also, banks feel peer pressure and clients' demand for digital products. There are many tokenization projects in the news flow today, but successful project has yet to scale. In Wad Labs, we identified and addressed 3 bottlenecks of successful tokenization. Usually, banks use outdated, non-scalable technologies because almost all projects are built on Ethereum. And we built on Polkadot parachains and use Substrate AZK. On the other hand, our tokens are IVM compatible. Banks usually treat customers individually. In other words, they don't play a bigger ecosystem game in tokenization. And we are building live protocol for the whole Web3 community. And last but not least, usually banks stuck with monobank solution because there are 0 chances of IT departments of 2 banks agree on integrated data model. Our solution, Wad said, can be used for tokenization of any real-world asset. Our DApp coordinates data transfers between ledger, on-chain data, and very expensive data that banks prefer to keep for themselves. I mean KYC and AML data. And that's how our ledger is nested into the real world. Our token can be minted by request from one bank and burned with the payment to another. And that's crucial differentiation of our solution. Well, what you get looks like a stable coin, but it's much better. Our solution is non-custodial, bank-friendly, and can help banks narrow technological and product line gap. Our solution is EVM compatible, and on tokenized deposits, we can build more. Let's look, for example, at a barbell strategy. In a nutshell, barbell means that a share. So our portfolio, let's consider simple portfolio, which comprises of cash or tokenized deposit or stable coin, you choose, and BTC. But a share of BTC is dynamic in this portfolio, and it's customer who controls the asset. And customer has to decide which exact settings he or she wants for their return and risk. We have to tokenize Bitcoin in order to deliver true DeFi tools, as BTC network itself doesn't have infrastructure for smart contracts. The product is designed for qualified investors, but after catching market fit, the product can be offered to retail. So we are 3 founders. I live in Zug, and I have more than 20 years experience in corporate finance and asset management. And also I am 2 times founder. So I did liquidity management, but without technologies. Usually it works like a human network, and you have to go through very complicated negotiations with the bank. Our CTO lives in Lugano, and he has 12 years experience in a blockchain space, especially in DAO and decentralized dApps. And our chief data officer based in New York, and he is expert in data science and analytics. The market we are trying to tap is huge. So it's only in Switzerland, there are more than 50 billion of demand deposits. And We are pretty sure that as soon as project starts generating TVL, the product will sell itself. We have a roadmap for 2 years, and we are looking for partnership enabling our delivery on the roadmap. It's not only VC checks, but also customer development or business development collaborations. We must be patient in dealing with banks and also stay equally from them. Yeah, Kate, I see you. Just give me 1 second. I post one important slide. Yeah, so we are looking for 1.7 mil pre-seed, and we are ready to offer 10-15% of equity and tokens for Wad at a negotiable discount. Yeah, so all numbers are negotiable. Is just I would say zone of possible agreement. Thank you for your attention. Yeah, and would love to continue this conversation.
Thank you so much, Ruslan. It's funny, everybody's scared of seeing my face already with the camera on, means that the time is over.
You trained us well, yeah, during these 2.5 months.
Awesome. So please, questions to Ruslan and Wad Labs.
If you have any technical question, you also can ask me, the CTO. Hi.
Okay, yeah, go on.
A few quick questions from me. First of all, I wanted to ask you about legal. Who's handling your legal?
Yeah, that's a great question, and probably I didn't manage to articulate it well. So we position ourselves as a service provider, and we have legal opinion from esteemed Swiss legal firms that we don't have to be licensed for this type of services. And as I mentioned, we are just trying to play B2B2C niche. So it's banks and asset managers that are doing just their daily job, and we help them just augment their activity and provide new products. So we don't we have no problems with legal, and yeah, we have green light to go ahead.
Understood. And you got a formal legal opinion for that, or just like a casual phone call with a lawyer who said, yeah, it's not a problem?
No. We have formal legal opinion on this matter. I paid for this, and as I said, I have an extended experience in corporate finance and asset management, and I know very well that no one should mess with legals or regulator. I know this much better than average Web3 VC, I would say.
Yeah, good. I'd love to see the document, the formal opinion, if possible, after the
Absolutely.
Zoom
call. Yeah.
Can you put the slide that you put the last slide with the valuation?
Yes. Just 1 second. Yeah.
How much did you raise so far, if any at all?
So far, we funded ourselves. Yeah, and we understand that right now the market is not, so VCs are not are not very fast in writing checks, and so we are in a couple of negotiations, and we have not decided yet whether to close the round in the near term or just wait for Q1.
Understood. And tell me, and may I ask, how is the company valuation set for 15 million? Based on what?
It's based on financial model. Our business model is very simple. So we charge 10 base. It's transactional business model. We charge 10 basis points for each token generated, and we also have our own products that can be offered to clients, and we rely on a participation fee. In a nutshell, it means another 10 basis points on asset under management. And if you just do the math, yeah, you will see that we could, this valuation means like 2 years of, two first years of activity and revenues on a conservative side.
And also we have our own chain, and this chain all the time generates some profit for us, like a founder of this chain. So gas fees and etc. and another
Yeah,
activities.
and this stage is the following. So we have testnet ready, and it can be so we can do demo, we can walk you through, and we also have a couple of interested qualified customers, and we just started onboarding them. And just another idea, and we still have to decide how to proceed. For example, Binance has opened Web3 direction, and they have more than 1 million new wallets created. And our solution just fits very well for their Web3 wallet. But in addition, that people with fiat money can join the game without paying on ramp 3%, which for me it's very irritating. Yeah. Before buying a Bitcoin on a centralized exchange, I have to pay 3%. But with our solution, I don't pay 3%, and I don't take risk on a centralized exchange.
Got it. Okay, I have more questions, but I think I'll let the others ask some questions.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. Max, I see your hand. Please go on.
Yeah, I have a follow-up question on what you just mentioned in terms of your own chain. Since you're building on Substrate, obviously it makes sense with your application for setting your own monetary policy. But you mentioned gas fees and everything else, and obviously they would come mostly from user and customer interactions. Do you guys see other projects building on top of your infrastructure?
Yeah, Vlad,
yes.
you want
yes.
to address?
I mean, we basically free to give the access to our chain to the any DApp. Like, you know, I talking now with the Filecoin. We have the strong connection with the infrastructure developers in Filecoin Foundation. We also have the strong connection in the Solana in new EVM. This is the EVM compatible chain in the Solana. So we are basically now in the grants application area, and we waiting that the community from these chains come to Vadao chain. And yeah, maybe Uniswap can launch, you know, the version of DEX on our chain. And also we provide the super interesting infrastructure what you can today find in the EVM chains. It's a connection with the Bitcoin. So we have creating now, we call it Wad sets for the Bitcoin, and we can go deeper, not on this call, I believe, and this, how we build
because
it.
It's live streamed. Yeah, Vlad, please be careful.
Yes. And so on. So we have a lot of development behind. We have like the really strong team, and we have the really quality professionals behind this in the development perspective. We have the friends from 1inch. I can't say it, but I tell like from Tornado Cash, from another Opium Protocol, and another companies what was successfully launched, and we close with them. So, and we expect that somebody from these teams come to our chain in the end, and using our stablecoin and solution in Polkadot and bring it to another chains. Yes, we're waiting, generating fee and a lot of customers.
Yeah, and Max, just going back to your question, I think composability is one of the rules of the game. Yeah, for Web3. So we appreciate it a lot, and we use the other teams' solutions, and we would be happy to if someone else would like to build on our solution as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ruslan. I'm sure you sparked a lot of interest, so we will leave the rest to private conversations. Thank you so much for sharing this with us today. Awesome. So we're moving on, and I wanted to pass the mic to Metin, representing BetterFan. So we've heard that a lot of investors and VCs are focused on gaming today, so I guess this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Hello, guys. Pleasure to meet you all. My name is Metin. I'm the CEO and co-founder of BetterFan. BetterFan is a sports prediction game. As you know, sports betting known and played by all around the world. And BetterFan changing the current sports betting logic in a very responsible way for the good of the society and for the enlargement of the Web3, I can say. In the current sports betting industry, the problem is first of all, people lose millions of dollars just to fulfill this joy. And platforms rely on these losses. And there is no limit to loss. As a secondary, there is a lot of underground transactions and match manipulation happens. It's all because the current sports betting mechanism brings this staking mechanism. What we are doing is we are changing this mechanism. Basically, our users, they don't need to stake any amount of crypto or hard cash when they place their bets. So betting with us becoming a prediction, just the predicting. So our users, they all need to do is obtaining a fan card. These are our NFTs, and fan cards allow them make daily predictions. If they are successful with their predictions, they will make our utility token. If they not, and the only thing they lose, it's their daily chance, and your chance renews in every 24 hours. This is the basic logic of our game. Our user journey is very simple. We dedicated our platform to onboard Web2 users mostly. So with one-click registration through our Google or Apple, you can register a few more clicks. You can register. You can create your self-custody wallet in-app, and you can deposit your BNB from exchanges, or you can directly buy within our app with some ramp solutions such as like a Moonspace, Simplex, and etc. Fan cards. This is how the gamification starts. Fan cards determines your daily prediction limits and earnings and possible earnings. It has an unlimited supply, but also has a lifetime. BetterFan, we designed BetterFan as a seasonal game. When you have a fan card, you will be able to make predictions only for one game seasons. Our secondary NFTs are badges. Badges brings additional gamification to our ecosystem. These are also NFTs. You can implement them to your fan card, and it will give you additional benefits, such as like increasing your odds for some specific leagues or countries, increasing your lucks, or preventing you from losing from a single match. There is a trick. The badges only sell, and you can only sell buy badges with our governance tokens, but fan cards, they will be only able to sell and buy with our native chain token, which in our case is BNB. User experience, it is exactly look like a regular betting platform. We don't want to change anything else because everyone knows this game in that way. Something I'm proud, we are already 8 months in open beta. Up until that time, already more than 400,000 prediction slips has been created in our platform. We have more than 50,000 registered users. And we did this all in a bear market and almost with zero marketing spending with some growth hacking tactics. Game economy, in a nutshell, if I need to tell you, every players need a fan cards in order to play the game. And every fan cards, whatever you buy or you mint, it's directly contributes to our liquidity pool. And we have two types of players, the successful one and unsuccessful players. And unsuccessful players always in the majority. So we are created a game economy based on this fact. So we are taking the entrance fee, and it's all about the distribution. We are distributing unsuccessful players' entrance fee to the successful ones and limiting the loss of unsuccessful players. We have two tokens. We have dual tokenomics and B2B, which is our utility token, only generated with the successful predictions. And basically all the in-game activities required to use or burn some amount of our utility token on our governance tokens. If we need to check the competitive advantage, Stake.com, as everybody knows, they are the biggest player on the Web3 market. They have a pure gambling logic. There is no limit to loss. And if you see the other competitors like Pookie and Main Cards, they don't have any sports options. They don't have live events. They don't have too many sports, but BetterFan covers all. We have two, besides our tokens, we have two types of revenue model. First, when people buy and sell a fan card in our platform, we take 4% of commissions in BNB. And when people buy or sell a badge in our platform, our secondary NFTs, we take 4% as well, and we directly burn it. Our go-to-market strategy, our aims, like I said, we would like to onboard Web2 users to Web3. And in order to do that, we are doing some serious partnerships. We are having a jersey sponsorship deal with a French football club, Bordeaux. And the agreement just last week we signed, and it will be announced soon. Myself, I'm in the crypto space since 2018, and my other partners, we know each other already more than 20 years. We did many successful, unsuccessful startups together, and two of them is in the crypto space. One is back in 2018, we did a local crypto exchange in Turkey, and now is the Betterfan. My advisor team, Gerard Lopez, he owns 3 football clubs in Europe, including the Bordeaux. He's founder of Wix, or very early investor of Skype. And Mike is on also crypto space. He have 2 products, the Chominet and DOP, and the other people also in the gaming and the crypto sector. Currently, that we raise we raised around 500K with the angel investors, and we are looking for 2.4 with the valuation. We are including the public round. We are looking for 2.4 with the valuation of 14 million. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Metin. Thank you. Let's move to Q&A. So any questions to Metin and Betterfan? Okay, feel free to unmute. Yeah, Anthony, go ahead.
I have a question. Yeah, hey, Metin, thanks for the presentation. Yeah, I'm Anthony BD from Kaizen Finance. Actually, I haven't presented myself. So how do you plan to maintain users acquisition? Yeah, and basically users retention. So will it be like purely marketing efforts, or it will be also your based on your like in-game loop, yeah, in-game economy? So what basically will help you to prolong your lifespan, yeah, and not to decrease in users significantly within, like, let's say 6 months, a year, something like that?
Yeah, I got a great question. First of all, we have advantages from the other regular betting platforms. They can't put advertisement on all the places, but we are a game. So for us, all the advertisement channels all the user acquisition channels are open always. As a secondary, we have for the in-game loop, we have reference system. We created a reference system that allows people to make benefit out of it. And so the reference system will also support us for that reason. Also, the thing is, imagine the retention. We don't believe that we will have any retention problem. If you have a fan card, it means you have a 1 free lottery ticket every day. So if you have a 1 free lottery ticket, you will come and use it for sure, right? Because you don't stake any amount of crypto or money when you place your prediction. So that's the thing. The most important thing is in onboarding the people. When they onboarded, there will be no retention problem at all.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, I see also Ivan joined from Crypto Capital. Ivan, any questions from your side? Are you good?
Sorry, guys, my voice is disappearing. But thank you for the presentation. I'll write if I have any questions.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Ivan. Any questions from your side, since you're also into gaming a lot?
No, it's gambling. I'm not into gambling.
Okay. All right. Then.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Metin. Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Awesome. So we are moving on, and I wanted to pass the mic to the core team. So Benoit, I think you're the one who's presenting.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, all good to go.
Perfect. So hi, everyone. Thanks a lot for your time. My name is Benoit. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Core. So in the GCC market today, there's a huge funding gap between what SMEs need and what they get. That's estimated to around $250 billion. Second, big players in the crowdfunding market are absent of the GCC and the MENA region as a whole, which creates a huge opportunity for us. And even in the markets that they are present in, just last year, $150 million were lost by backers due to the, if you want, the composition of the crowdfunding platforms in general. So that's why we built Core. So Core is basically a role-based crowdfunding platform that implements a unique milestone-staged approach that lets basically backers secure their funds and participate in the project development if you want. I'd like to show you how it works. So we've developed a kind of demo for today. So at left, you can see from the creator's point of view what's happening, and on the right, you can see what backer does actually. So here, the creator needs 1 ETH in order to develop his project. He needs to develop a certain approach to it, and the backer will be able to select his reward and basically pledge a certain amount for the project. In this case, the backer pledged the whole 1 ETH that the creator needs. And as you can see, it's divided into different milestones, which can be unlocked step by step. But for it to be unlocked, the creator needs the backer confirmation depending on the amount the backer has given. So it's kind of a weighted vote. But in this case, since there's only one backer, the weight doesn't really matter. What's important is that at all times, the creator will basically need the confirmation of the backer. He'll always need to update his community and make sure that everyone is on the same page. We're developing as well a creator and backer dashboard for them to be able to communicate and be able to track the project at all times. So this is basically how Core works. So this approach guarantees a maximized backer protection at all time and an additional oversight, if you want, on what's happening on the project. And from the creator's point of view, since there's a maximized protection from the backer's side, it increased the average funding ticket that the creator gets, and the exposure we're giving creators and the community we're building around them is optimized as well. So our revenue streams are clear. So we're taking 5% commission fees on successfully funded campaigns, and then we have a flat 1% transaction fees on each transaction that happens on the platform. We have then the premium project sponsoring and advertising revenue streams. So we're four co-founders who started this together. I myself am product manager. Kabalon built his own software development company, and Gabriel and Nadim are both management and strategy consultants specialized in the region first and in developing entrepreneurial projects for the GCC countries. So with the team, we developed a clear roadmap for the next years to come. So we're planning first to fully launch Core Pledge by the end of 2024, and that's why we're raising a seed round by the end of the year. We're focusing on two big markets today. So first the UAE and second Lebanon, in order to later on develop in the region. Once we establish Core Pledge, we're planning to launch the first SaaS product for investors with this milestone-staged approach that will let financial institutions, whether they are VCs or any other financial institution, to basically use this milestone-staged approach that is a great benefit, as you may know, for them. And then we're planning to launching our iOS and Android app for Core Pledge, later on raising Series A that will let us develop our verticals into equity crowdfunding and crowdlending much later on. So our go-to-market is clear as well. So we have different verticals on Core. I'd like to discuss that with you later on if you're interested in that. But basically, we developed a very clear step-to-step approach, and our growth is clear and already drafted. So in the region, as I told you, there are no big players. So Kickstarter and Indiegogo that owns 70 to 80% of the market are absent of here. Second, there are no reward-based crowdfunding platform in our region. So the Middle East, as of now, is a free market for us. None of these companies actually have milestone stage approach, and this is what we're doing today in order to build Core in the GCC. So for that, we are raising today 400K in order to be able to build the product as we see fit, in order to as well recruit some team members that are necessary for the development of the project and ensure 18 months runway. Thanks a lot. If you have any question, I'm more than happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Benoit. And it's so great to see the platform and the demo finally. So this is an awesome job achieved. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. So guys, for the context, by the way, why is she telling me that? It's because a couple of months ago, we literally had nothing, and it's been a great experience. So it's the first time that we actually demonstrate how our application works.
Awesome. Chris, go ahead, please.
Thanks for the presentation. Great work on getting the demo together. Good to see it live. What is the valuation? And it would be great if you could break down why this is a good investment.
Yeah, sure. So our valuation today is of $8 million. I'd like actually to present to you Nadim. Nadim San, one of our co-founders. He'd love to answer this question.
Sure. Thanks, Benoit, and thanks, Chris, for the question. Unfortunately, my camera has been acting up, so I'm not able to open it. So basically, we looked at precedent transactions in the market in the Middle East, mainly in fintechs that are specialized in alternative investments and crowdfunding. And like pre-seed and seed startups have basically averaged around 8.5 million in the region, at least this year, which was a down year compared to the 12, 13 million that they averaged last year. So we're taking this rough approximation, even though we're raising at the end of the year and then even early next year. The round will extend until early next year. So we're taking that valuation for now, just based on precedents, because also we've just launched our platform and we still don't have like valuable traction and a business plan to validate it.
Yeah, the second part of the question, was it a good investment? Basically, because we're the first players in the region today. A reward-based crowdfunding has been an established working business model globally. It's expanding now to South and East Asia. And for the GCC region, crowdfunding as a whole is starting to get in, but reward-based crowdfunding is still untapped. On the other hand, the network that we have today ensures that the key partnerships that we will do, if you want, I can go through the roadmap with you, because we've developed a certain approach and strategy for the go-to-market that can only work because we have the right connections and network in the region today. So it will be hard for any external, basically reward-based crowdfunding platform to get in the market today if they don't have any presence here in the region. And as I told you before, so the market is, I think, ready for reward-based in the GCC especially. And there are no other key players working on that today.
Great, thank you for the answer. And we can have a follow-up call going through the go-to-market.
Yeah, I would love to.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Thank you guys for answering. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question for you. Can you tell me, why is the team capable of managing this project?
Yeah, so basically because we have a 360 view on the project. So in terms of product management and development, both Cabalan and I. So Cabalan basically is working on Web3 project. It's been 2016, 2017. I think he has his own, one of the leading Web3 development software companies in the region today. So in terms of technical skills, we do have them. In terms of business development and network, we do have them as well. Both Nadim and Gabriel have a lot of contact in the UAE and in KSA, which are the biggest two markets we're aiming to go to in the next couple of years. And basically so the network, the development, the technical skills that we have, and the vision. So we use basically to building projects. We know how the market works in our region. We know that it's a unique product, and we know exactly how to tackle this go-to market, if you want. So we know how to implement our strategy and make sure that on the long term we'll build a successful and profitable business.
Understood. Thank you for explaining. Can you elaborate on the marketing part? Who is going to be in charge of that? What kind of previous experience he has, and so on?
Yeah, so for now, what we're doing for marketing, so for marketing, we're basically now using a third party. We don't have that internally yet, but we have the vision. We know what we want to do. We just don't have the implementation yet. So that's part of a big part of the 400K actually be allocated to marketing because we know how important it is. But again, I'd love to go with you through the go-to-market strategy because it has a lot to do with the marketing strategy as well. Because of this business B2B2C kind of structure. So the strategy will be basically to target creators, so SMEs and startups at first. Okay, and from these, because most of the backers usually in crowdfunding come from the creators, marketing as a whole. So facade marketing, which is social media and other kind of traditional marketing, are not that necessary at first. But again, I'd love to go through this with you later on because so first, it's a very sensitive topic, and second, it's not as if we're doing a pure B2C marketing campaign. So it's kind of special approach here.
Understood. Last question for now. Where is the company incorporated?
Yeah, so we're planning to registering it in ADGM in Abu Dhabi. But as of now, since as you can see, we're pretty early stage, we haven't done that yet. And again, a part of what we're raising today will be used in order to registering it there.
Understood. Thank you for answering.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you, Benoit. Great presentation. So I'm sure the rest will come in private conversations, especially connected to go-to-market.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we have 2 more startups to go. So the next, I wanted to pass the mic to the Xircus team. So I think, Eric, you're the one who's pitching, right?
Nope, it's going to be me. Sorry.
Wow, awesome, Mikey. Yeah, go ahead.
Now let me share my screen. So, yeah. Hey guys, how we doing? I'm Mikey. I'm the well, let me just go back to my slides. Wait. Yeah, there we go. All right, let me start again. Hey guys, I'm Mikey, and I'm the co-founder and CTO of Xircus. And we're actually building a no-code solution. We build a low-code solution to actually help everyone to build Web3 apps that they can actually deploy on multiple blockchain networks. So what we're actually solving the very fundamental issue of Web3 right now, which is trying to onboard to Web3. And as we all know, it's really hard to access Web3. It's the access is very limited. It takes some time to actually build something. And of course, we all know that development costs are really high. I mean, you need to hire developers, you need to hire DevOps, you need to hire blockchain developers as well. So there are lots of people the talent that you need to have in order for you to set up a Web3 platform. And as we all know, the complexity of how you can actually build Web3 is there. It's learning curve, and with regards to the talent, yeah, the scarcity of talent is there as well. And we have actually spoke with a couple of brands, and they actually experience this kind of problems. And so what we did is we created something to make it seamless for them to deploy something, to do something on Web3. So we created our own no-code solution, which is kind of like similar to WordPress, but has features and functionality like Webflow. And they could actually deploy or instantly deploy any Web3 apps in minutes without even having a tech skills. And from there, and these templates are actually built with our low-code software development kits. And these kits are also can be deployed by anyone if they want to, for example, transition their platform from being deployed in Xircus to becoming an independent platform. So they can actually have and run their own business by themselves. And from there, they can actually go live to any multiple blockchain network they want to, because the platform itself, it's a born multi-chain. So we have it's actually free to use, so anyone can deploy anything. They don't need they don't need to pay anything. They can set it up right away. But if they want to access some premium features and functionality, and that's the time we have they can upgrade for premium access to our subscription services and through our products and other services. So it's also open source, and the contracts, they can fully own it. So, And we actually make it simplified for everyone. So if you think about the entrepreneurs, this is a place where they can actually test their ideas to validate them. They can deploy something, and then from on day one, they can start validating their idea, whether that's something that is that could actually grow and something that is valuable for the community. For the brands, if they're already in a Web2, they want to transition to Web3, they can start deploying something. For example, loyalty programs that are built for NFTs. That's community. As we all know right now, like you got guild communities, gaming communities, token communities that, of course, they're centralized. What we're actually offering is something different, because from there, we have built the development kits, which would allow them to deploy the code base, so for them to deploy the front end and the back end of the app by that is going to be hosted by someone, not just Xircus, but they can also host it, or someone could actually host it to make it more decentralized. And for students, they from here they can actually learn more new skills in Web3 by just like exploring things, how Web3 functions and all that, and we can actually turn them into future builders. And for organizations, of course, they can actually deploy Web3 apps, probably used for their they have specialized smart contracts, so they can verify it, and then from eventually it will turn into immutable records that probably can be used by organization, also by the governments. So what we're looking at the opportunity right around $600 billion on the Web3 market, and not just that, but it's for NFT market, for the creators market, the DeFi market, and crowdfunding market, and we actually build a solution that will allow, that is like an all-in-one solution for anyone who wants to go to Web3. So we also have a token which basically empowers the entire ecosystem. The token is actually going to be used to pay for our products and for the service that we offer. It's a native token. It's well designed for staking, and it also has a reward multiplier. So there's a lot of features that this token actually has. Our achievement right now, we have our contracts currently deployed to around 50 plus blockchain network, mainly EVM. We have around 60,000 members on all our socials. Got 150 hackers back when we had our first hackathon in Manila, and around 1,800 dApps that are deployed during our closed beta testing, and we're looking to expand it more. And currently we have a partner with around 330 location that is from Draper Startup House, and these are strategic partners that we have. Back in August, we won first place at Movies Awards. We were ranked number 2 on Hacker and Bybit, and then we're also a grant candidate for TON ecosystem. So we just joined this accelerator program InnMind. And who we are, Falco is the CEO. I'm the chief tech. I've actually I've been in this industry for 18 years now. I've been a lead engineer on our outsource company that actually facilitate projects for Whole Foods Markets, Disney, MTV Network. I actually met Falco back in 2017 when we actually built this ICO platform called ICO Picker. Then eventually we just created this platform Xircus in 2021. Recently we were joined by Eric and Tia, and then recently with Charles as our strategic officer. And how we actually...
Mike, sorry to interrupt. We're over time already. So if you want to finish with the last slide, please go ahead.
Yeah, so we're actually raising 2.3 million so that we could actually set up satellite campus in 20 global cities, and we're going to offer is token allocation and company equity. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm sure there will be questions based on the slides that you skipped, but yeah. Anyway, Q&A time. Please, if you have questions, unmute or raise your hand.
Did you already mention the fee model for this?
Well, it's actually we have it with regards to our fee. It's actually a freemium model, so everyone can actually start for free. But our fee model is actually based on the subscription plans that we sell, which is $20 for every subscription plans, and it could actually be resold by providers for $49. We also have that's for the subscription plan for the premium, but we also have a transaction model, which is it starts with $1 for every listing of the NFTs, and then starting from 1% for every transaction fee with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have a question around user acquisition. How do you plan to acquire the users in this space and then maintain them?
Oh, well, we actually have different couple of go-to-market strategy. I think with regards to how we're going to onboard, there are actually lots of potential that the platform can actually do. For example, if we want to onboard users, currently right now we have with regards to our strategic partners, we are building we actually created we integrated Telegram mini apps into our service offerings as well. So if looking at Telegram right now, they have around 800 million users, and we are allowing everyone to actually deploy Telegram mini dApps. And from there, we're looking at to onboard these users. Let's say there are around like 100,000. 100,000 users on Telegram that is on Web3. So we can actually onboard that. We also have we're going to be onboarding different Web3 builders from hackathon setup that we're going to do. Probably, Charles, you want to share something with regards to your strategy? Charles is our Chief Strategy Officer.
Yes, hi guys. Thanks for the question, Chris. Okay, so basically for our go-to-market launch, right, we are actually looking at a lot of partnerships with blockchains. There's quite a few that's quite interested to work with us to offer this to their launch pads, because as you know, most of the projects that are raising funds on launch pads, they tend to use the project.
Sorry, is it only me or we lost Charles?
Yeah, I can't hear Charles.
Charles, I think we lost you. We don't hear you.
Charles, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Well, I hope Charles will restore the connection soon. But yeah, meanwhile, Mike, you can finish for Charles answering the question.
Hi all. We're working with our partner blockchains to do contests, because we can offer them, or we can enable them, their developers and their creators, to create dApps. And what we'd like to do is have some sort of contest with them where they can enable their developers and creators to build dApps and do transactions and smart contracts directly on their chain. So these are some kind of growth tactics we're looking for in our Q1 of 2024. We also want to have the ability to onboard Web2 users into the Web3 space by doing all kind of cool stuff with the Xircus Academy, and eventually maybe be part of some sort of curriculum or education program, courses, that kind of stuff. So we have a lot of things we could mention in maybe a follow-up call. So looking forward to that as well.
Thank you so much, Eric. Chris, does it answer partially your question?
Yeah, I understand that was the technical difficulties hard, but it came across. I had a follow-up question, which was, given the kind of your growth metrics, when do you plan to be profitable?
Guys, who can cover this one?
I think Mike is the best one to answer this one.
With regards to our profit model, yeah, we could actually we could start selling subscription plans for our users if they want to, when they want to start using the platform for them to access some premium features and functionality.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. I'm sure the rest can be covered on the private conversation. So thank you so much for presenting today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So is there any Notion page to access all the details to connect after we do a proper check around the pitch decks, and if we like it? Is it a Notion or something?
You're asking Xircus Web3 protocol or in general?
Oh, in general, from InnMind.
Absolutely, Sumit. I mean, answering from my side quickly, we will definitely share all the materials with you, like the pitch deck, everything that we have on each project from today. And then with those with whom you'd like to proceed for a private conversation, we'll definitely make a warm introduction.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you, Sumit. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. So the last but not least, let's hear from Andy representing Hangry Animals for the closing pitch for today. So Andy, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, all great to go.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Hey, so yeah, I'm Andrew. Welcome to the world of Hangry Animals. Play to donate. We're doing a project and an ecosystem championing animal charities. The problem as we see it, and that has been reported widely, is that charities have a massive industry, 182 billion annually, but yet smaller charities lack the ability and digital transformation mechanisms and skills to accept those donations via digital means, but there is a massive appetite for it. Still to this day, 52% of donations are provided via a check or slow transaction mechanisms and slow processing. Equally, there's a lack of trust and the transparency of the funds and how those funds are distributed. And the user experience itself, you know, when you look at platforms like Just Giving and GoFundMe, it's just a text field. Yay, I've donated some money. Why don't we make that more exciting and more interesting, especially for animal welfare, where we all love to give. And in the UK, we're one of the most generous nations to do so. We're building a play to donate game, 3D open world game, gearing donations towards animal charities, giving the millions of gamers that are out there a higher purpose to play and give joy and give back, providing that transparency of what happens with those financial transactions through using animal charity evaluators, which is a platform that validates the order books of charitable businesses around the world. And equally then that increases direct repeated donations to those institutions and nonprofits through crypto. The size of the markets on both of what we're focusing on, the charitable nation, 187 billion, and the gaming industry, 182 billion. But we want to target the smaller charities, that anything below 1 million, you have a 96% of the sector is accounted for in that 1 billion. And equally, we're looking at the RPG world, which is a 20 billion industry. In bridging those two worlds together, we want to bring fun and purpose for gamers in the same space. With this platform, what we're looking to do is obviously make the playing and winning together a higher purpose. We have an infinite storyline mechanism powered by AI and non-playable characters to introduce some fun factors. And it's equally a good thing for people to be proud to be ambassadors for charities. And we would like to introduce that as the champion for your charity throughout the period of your playing. We do have upgradable and customizable NFT avatars within the platform. And you play to earn the Tarball token, which you can then use in the ecosystem to in-game purchases, to stake, and to redeem reductions on merchandise and comics. We have an interesting mechanism with an IVN, an intrinsic value NFT. That means that 50% of the actual purchase of the NFT is locked into the asset, which means it's not unruggable, and the price point cannot go below 50% of the mint price because it's baked into the actual asset. We're including the token-bound elements, so you can add additional NFTs into it, and evolving characters on chain, so on and so forth. But we want this platform to be something where there's a sponsorship aspect to it, sponsoring elements of the game, sponsoring gameplay and tournaments within the ecosystem. The business model, therefore, is a membership pass NFT sales, with a proportion of those sales going to a treasury for the charitable donations. We have a Hangry governance token, and then the rewards token from inside the ecosystem. But it's not just a game for us. This is also an ecosystem around toys, around comics, around merchandise and sponsorship. So the first comic of which is ready to go to print now, which means we have an immediate revenue stream ready to rock. And equally, all the proceeds and 10% of that proceeds will come into the charitable treasury as well. Traction-wise, this is our kind of go-to-market strategy. We're in the first phase at the moment and just scaling our community, which is small but mighty right now. And we're looking to onboard 5 charities before the end of Q1. Equally, then we have the NFT collection to drop, and the gaming distribution strategy is where we're keen to it, with influencers, Twitch streamers, and 120,000 gaming users throughout the ecosystem. Because some sizable traction for over the last 2 years, really, and we've been building slowly. Myself, 22, 23 years in the creative sector, and again, Dan, co-founder, has 10 years in the industry, working on high-frequency trading and marketing activities. So we've got a good bunch of people around the table, as well as creators, and we're looking to raise 600,000 in a pre-seed to get us a vertical slice of the game ready to rock next year.
Awesome.
That's me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for presenting. Great presentation. So let's move to Q&A. And since I'm allowing a couple of seconds to digest the pitch, I wanted to remind the founders that since we're live streamed, lots of additional extra questions are coming from YouTube audience and LinkedIn audience. So I highly suggest you going to the chat and just checking and answer those, the ones that you can.
Okay.
Awesome. So any questions to Hangry Animals? Okay, let's see. Clement, you're incredibly silent today. Any questions from your side?
Yeah, I have a small question if you all don't mind. So Andy, thanks for the presentation. So could you please specify a little bit more what's done already, product-wise, like content-wise, just a little bit more details on it, because you've been building during 2 years, and yeah, what you have already, having in mind the seed ask from your side.
Sure. So over the past 2 years, we've pivoted quite a bit. We paused an NFT drop during the bull market because product wasn't ready. We didn't have a product vision at that point. So for the period, we've been focusing on writing 5 comic scripts and a storyline for an animated series. So this isn't just a game experience. The animated series is the longer term vision. So right now, traction wise, we're in the middle of developing the level 1 alpha, so it's in a gray box level, so it's not a finished textured level to go to demonstrate and show. But that's something we're working on. The first comic obviously is illustrated and ready to distribute. Essentially, we've been building the models and the characters throughout that period of time. Just gradually, it's self-funded for the most part to gain enough experience and enough traction with the characters, motion capture suits, the partnerships, building really the ecosystem in preparation for a go time. So doing it sensibly and doing it gradually rather than rushing. So that's what the period has been really. And this has equally been, sort of alongside passion project to this point, really, alongside running an agency in the UK. So yes.
Okay, thanks. I have one small question, one more. So in terms of tokenomics, did you created it in-house using your own efforts, or you asked some experts, advisors? How much comprehensive is it now? And the same goes to your like valuation and ask. Did you have some calculations, like based on what you have this ask current seed round, and yeah.
Sure. Tokenomics wise, we're working closely with Tony Drummond from Moonbound to iron out any of the details. So a follow-up conversation around the tokenomics for sure. Because we have a governance token and a rewards token in the system, then getting that balance right is absolutely paramount. So we're working closely with Tony to iron that out. This isn't from a I'm a creative at heart, so visionary and a creative. So anything purporting to understand the inner workings of a token, then I would be lying if I said I knew the entirety of that. So drafting in the experts to make sure that we can do those things correctly, and that's what we're working with. In terms of valuation, because of a 600K ask. That valuation is between 2.5 to 3 mil at the moment. The IP though, goes beyond that once we start having traction and once we start having a mobile game rollout, especially when you consider the comics and the animated series. I'm 20 years in the industry doing animation. I scaled and sold an animation business myself, so have connections in the industry. But equally, right now out there in the markets, in the animation sector, it's very quiet and there's a lot of contraction. So we will wait and hold that out until 25, 26, when commissioners start looking and refreshing their order book for newer projects. So that's that bit. The game is the key piece now to get something playable in the hands of consumers and give them the ability to donate to good causes alongside the fun, rewarding aspect of gameplay.
Thanks, understood. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead.
A few questions for you. First of all, I'm sorry if I missed it, but can you tell me who on the team has any previous experience building, managing a game?
Sure, yeah. So we come back. So myself, Neil Goss, Xavier, and Chunke are all in the gaming world. Neil is a 3D artist and technical director from a business called EchoWorks. So he's now freelance and will be contracted to help build the game and sort of steer that in the right direction. I've built apps.
Just to clarify my question.
Sorry.
I'm asking about the co-founders, not freelancers.
Sorry, apologies, co-founders.
So
no, myself,
I didn't mention it.
No, it's cool. So myself, running an agency, I've built apps, games in previous agencies, as well as my current creative agency. So we build apps for corporate financial institutions and corporate institutions. So gamifying the aspects around financial education, well-being, healthcare and well-being. And I also co-founded a VR experience, palliative care experience app that helps MVP and roll that out to National Health Service in the UK. So yes, I've got quite a bit of experience in that space. In terms of the RPG space, no, this is the first venture into the RPG world and scaling a 3D game.
Got it. Thank you for clarifying.
No problem.
And when are you looking to launch the first playable version that you mentioned before?
So the MVP in terms of a vertical slice, we're probably end of Q1 is realistic with what we've got, because we've got gray box level for zone 1, 2, and 3. It's now into texturing and modeling and improving the animations that we have in the 5 characters that people can play when they get it. So I think it's end of Q1 for a teaser slice, and then Steam Steam wishlist, looking to do that so that we can review and get some traction with the Twitch streamers. Then we'll be able to get some validation and feedback from gameplay. We have some good connections with some streamers that are more than willing to jump in. And we also have access to 120,000 members from the side quest hub to be able to validate and provide some feedback on gameplay as well. So that's end of Q1.
Understood. Okay, I'd love to see your deck after this session. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Andy. Yeah, I'm sure the rest will go in private. Thank you. Awesome. So I think that we are done for today. So I really, really appreciate the time of everyone who could join us today on this amazing session. So for VCs investors, please bear with us, because we will follow up with all the materials from the startups who presented today. And if you're interested to talk with any of them, we will gladly make a warm introduction and connect you directly. And yeah, founders, great job, everyone. Super proud of all of you. So let's keep in touch, and until the next sessions. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.